helping protect your liberties every day.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY only $4.99. Plus DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Want to help kids in our community and win $10,000? Find out more and get your ticket at arnetthouse.org. Drawing is May 31st. You do not have to be present to win.
It's Blockers Furniture Memorial Sale going on the entire month of May. Beautiful two-piece sectional starting as low as $19 per month. Sofas for as little as $10 per month. Kick back in a new recliner for as little as $11 per month. Plus, you can save up to $700 off the Ashley Reeling Queen Bed and Dresser Mirror Set and save 25% off all outdoor furniture. Mattresses starting at only $3.99. See it, buy it, take it home. It's Blockers Furniture Memorial Sale going on the entire month of May. Blockers Furniture, 2402 Southwest College Road, Ocala.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors, Sunday mornings at 8 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Listen Sunday mornings at 8 to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors.
Our firm offers insurance services.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back. Excuse me. So Ocala Talks, we wrap up a Monday edition. There's been a break in the congressional redistricting plan. An appeals court on Friday reinstated the stay against the circuit court judge's decision that blocked the redistricting. The first district in a 4-paragraph order put the temporary injunction issued last week by Leon County Circuit Judge Lane Smith on hold. The state's appeal of Smith's decision triggered an automatic stay, but Smith followed that up by lifting the automatic stay at the request of voting rights group and other plaintiffs. The court reinstated the stay, saying that based on preliminary review, the court has determined there is a high likelihood that the temporary injunction is unlawful. The appeals court also cited the exigency of the circumstances and the need for certainty and continuity as the election season approaches. That means that the chances that the DeSantis-backed redistricting plan will be in effect for this year's election is pretty good. So maybe the Florida Supreme Court steps in, but it doesn't look likely. And so it looks like that this case will, the redistricting will be used for this election. People say, well, Smith did this because he doesn't like DeSantis or anything. Well, that's not the case. He was trying to decide what he thought was the best for everybody with his injunction. Remember, he was appointed to the bench by DeSantis. So he was appointed as a circuit court judge by DeSantis. So all this really is over the 5th district, which stretches from Jacksonville all the way to Tallahassee. And the governor says there's no need for a district to be that big, so he chopped it up and added it to four different districts. And the community of people represented in that long district, the African-American community, because it encompasses the largely African-American population between Jacksonville and Tallahassee, that's where this district is drawn, said that that's unfair to chop that block into 4. That lessens the effectiveness of the African-American vote in those 4 districts where they had the vote in the 1 district. So the governor thought that district was gerrymandering. The other side thinks what the governor has done is gerrymandering. So it looks like court's going to decide. But right now, because of the temporary injunction that was in place, it has been lifted. It looks like the elections, which are set to take place in August, with the new redistricting lines drawn, will take place with those lines in place instead of being not be able to use and having to resort to the old map. Because of this injunction, it looks like now that the new map will probably get used during this election cycle. On this day in history, May 23rd, 1934, Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow are killed by federal agents. That happened May 23rd, 1934. The Bonnie and Clyde duo are killed by federal agents. 1937 on this date, May 23rd, 1937, John D. Rockefeller, the once world's richest man before he gave millions away, died at 97 years old. He went from a $4.50 clerk to the world's richest man, only to give it most of it away in the last 30 years of his life for philanthropic deeds. He was a self-made millionaire and billionaire, and he died at 97 years old, and was, by the time he died, to give most of his fortune away. On this day in history, May 23rd of 2013, the Boy Scouts of America's National Council voted to allow openly gay members, but have not changed their ban on openly gay adult scout leaders. The move was welcomed as a step in the right direction for the inclusion and tolerance. The ban has been in place for 22 years, but it was lifted on this day in history back in 2013. Celebrating birthdays today, Joan Collins was born May 23rd of 1933 in London, England. She began her career in the 50s. Throughout the 60s and 70s, she continued her film career as well as making notable television appearances, often as the villain. In the 80s, she got her breakout role as Alexis Colby on the soap opera Dynasty, if you remember. Older this year, birthday today, Charles Kimbrough. He was on Murphy Brown. He is 86 years young today. I love how they list Drew Carey. They list him as the host of The Price is Right. They forget he had a great stand-up career and was the star of the Drew Carey Show that ran for 6 or 7 seasons. But Drew Carey, the host of The Price is Right, he is 64 today. Actress and model Karen Duffy is 61 today. Melissa McBride from The Walking Dead, she is 57 today. Director Tim Robinson from Saturday Night Live fame is 41 today. Director Ryan Coogler, he directed the Black Panther, he is 36 today. And finally, a guy who I enjoyed watching the entire 74 episodes that he won. He is now doing the co-hosting of Jeopardy. And we're talking about Ken Jennings. He turns 48 today. Jeopardy Ultimate Champion, largest money winner, largest consecutive winner. Ken Jennings turns 48 today. And finally, over the weekend, I saw this, and I thought it was a great story. A great-grandmother in Alabama, she was in nursing school some 60 years ago, at 19, 20 years old, left nursing school to get married and start a family and raise her family. So she put her desires and aspirations to be a nurse on the back burner as she went about raising her family in rural Alabama, and did what she was supposed to do to take care of her family, and did what a mother wants to do, and took care of her family well, got them all college educated and everything. Well, at 81 years old, she finally went back and she got her nursing degree. She graduated from college over the weekend, 81-year-old Alabama woman. She went back to school and finished her degree after giving up her aspirations to be a nurse some 60-plus years ago to become a wife and raise a family. She went back and finally was able to do something that benefited for her and got her degree and graduated from college over the weekend. I'd like to thank Galen Unall for starting the show, Ronald Malone for coming in and talking about the Greg Graham Foundation bike ride that's going to take place next Saturday the 4th. I'd like to also thank school board member Allison Campbell for coming in and being very candid in her conversation with us about growing pains within the school system. I'd like to thank all the listeners, all the callers, and all the sponsors. Without you, this program wouldn't be possible. I'm Tom Schmitz. Talk to you tomorrow, folks.
This is WOCA AM, W242 CAFM, Ocala, the source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pride.
The baby formula crisis in the United States has been known since February, and finally the first imports of baby formula arrived in the United States over the weekend. More flights from foreign countries are coming to ease the shortage as domestic production is not ready. As Americans plan